Quite the stir back in 2016, but the surveillance plane recording of the streets of Baltimore did get a second look.
Yeah, you'll remember, we'll take you back a few years. It was Commissioner Kevin Davis who launched the pilot a few years ago, but faced some intense criticism for beginning the program without public support. Well, now the president of the company says it is up to the public, trying to convince him to bring it back. WMAR 2 News investigative reporter Brian Kubler covered it then and is back to tell us about it right now.
That's as sharp as it's going to get.
Yes.
This is Penna North from high above. Part of the imagery Persistent Surveillance Solutions says could help reduce murders and shootings in Baltimore by 30%, employing a Cessna plane with an eye in the sky that never blinks.
The biggest factor in deterring people from committing crime is the likelihood of getting caught. And right now we've got about a 22% conviction rate for murders. Every kid out there thinks they're better than average, so a 22% conviction rate doesn't deter them.
The concept is simple. The theory, perhaps, is a little bit more complex. Ross McNutt is the president of the company and says his equipment could record 90% of the city during daylight hours. The resolution limited to just shapes in cars. Analysts would be able to see when a car flees a scene and by which CCTV cameras that car passes. A literal roadmap from a shooting or homicide that furnishes Baltimore police detectives with invaluable information. A test run in 2016 was ill-fated, though, mostly because the Baltimore Police Department never told the public of the surveillance. But McNutt says that same public is now clamoring for the program again. He cites more than 60 meetings with Baltimore City community groups and a groundswell of support that has him back and forth to Baltimore nearly twice a month.
Our objective is to get the word out, because when people understand what we do, the privacy protections we have in place, the oversight that is involved in the program, they understand it, and their biggest question is, why aren't we already doing this?
He hopes that is the same reaction he'll get from Commissioner Michael Harrison today. McNutt landed an hour-and-a-half meeting with the city's top cop to explain this program and how he thinks it can help. It will cost the city absolutely nothing. The Arnold Foundation pledges all the funds for 3 years to see if it makes a difference. A nice gift, but some city leaders believe that money could be better spent.
People who want to donate money to the city and give that kind of information, give that stuff to the police commissioner, who talks ad nauseum about the technology improvements that he needs to make in order to improve the crime fight.
Still, it is the mayor or the commissioner that can make the final decision. McNutt, all too aware of what happened back in 2016, still thinks he can convince city government to try it again.
To be honest with you, a lot of people say, why are you still bothering? Baltimore's not in a position to be able to say yes, but I have a feeling and a belief that the political leadership can make these sorts of decisions.
A decision, once again, back in front of City Hall and police headquarters. In Baltimore, Brian Kubler, WMAR 2 News.
And then late today, after listening to the presentation, we are told the Baltimore Police Department now says they have no plans to use the surveillance plane.